With the investment properties, do you think one should be enough? So what strategies do you have to get an own property? If I want to get a home, I'm just always wondering if I should get a newly built home or an old property.
If you're renting a property, would you rather rent an old property or a new property?
I would say a new one.
Right now, just new properties are the way to go. They're easy to manage, easy to rent out, better rental, better tax depreciation.
Perfect. That sounds good.
Yeah, I feel more confident now.
Yeah.
Sarah, Yasmin, tell me a bit about yourselves. Before we get into anything, what do you guys do? Why are you here? And I'll take it from there.
So my name is Sarah. I'm from Germany and I came to Sydney for travel purposes. Started studying, completed a bachelor degree in tourism and hospitality management. Now I'm working.
Nice.
I'm Nasrin, born and raised here in Sydney. I am currently studying a Bachelor of Business at UTS. I'm doing a major in advertising and marketing communications and a sub-major in events management. Now I'm doing my internship in my second year.
What do you both know about the property market?
Like different types of properties. You can buy, for instance, a house, apartments, townhouse. You can also get an investment property.
The first thing I think of is it's expensive.
Yeah.
I've heard it can be unattainable for young people.
Yeah. Do you ever see yourself buying your own home one day?
Yes, I do hope.
Perfect.
Yeah.
When's the kind of timeline for you? When do you feel like you can get your own home?
I feel like it would have to be like maybe 20 years.
20 years away?
I feel
No, don't say that. You're going to make me cry.
I don't know.
It's interesting that you feel that way, that it's going to take you 20 years to get there. If you feel that's 20 years away, then you feel like it's obviously too hard to get there.
Yes.
What do you know about the property market that makes you feel like you can never get there? Like, what is that one, other than the price point, is there anything else that you feel like you can't get to that next goal to buy a property?
Well, I've heard, obviously I'm at uni, so I've heard maybe student loans could affect me getting home loans.
That's true.
I think deposits putting down for a house.
Yeah. What deposit do you feel like you need? What do you know? Before I answer your questions, what do you know or you feel like you need?
Maybe like 30, 50K.
And how long, based on what you're doing right now, would it take you to get to that 50K mark, say?
Maybe 10 years.
10 years?
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to buy a house, Sarah?
Yeah, one day.
In Australia?
Yeah.
When do you feel like you want to buy a home?
Probably in five years.
Well, where the property market's heading, obviously prices are going to increase. How can property help you make money in Australia?
Well, if it's an investment property, you can definitely make sure that people can live in it and you are rented out.
How does that help you though?
See yourself in 10 years, passive income.
If you have an investment property, you could rent it out to people.
Yep.
You could maybe even sell it in a few years, 10, 20 years time. The property value will be higher.
Yeah. You made a good point, passive income. A lot of us don't even know what passive income is. So people listening to this right now are like, what exactly is passive income? Mm-hmm. Let's just say like right now, we buy a property today. Let's fast forward 20 years time. That property that you have as an investment in 20 years time, hopefully we paid off, correct?
Yeah.
Let's hope that property is giving you $1,200 a week in rent. So that's your passive income. You're making $1,200 a week on that one property you bought 20 years ago. So when we're ready to retire, I don't know if we're ever going to retire, but at least to get there, make it easier for us, that property now is making us passive income. Imagine we've multiplied that by 2 or 3 over the last 20 years. So fast forward 20 years time and you bought 3 properties in the first 4 or 5 years, we're now potentially sitting on $3,500 a week. Yeah. It's not more, correct?
Yeah.
That's how we need to start thinking so we can retire earlier. But we're so focused on the other things like, I want to buy in my area, I want to buy a property that's 1.6 mil. You can definitely do so. But then you're giving up this part here, the passive income, because your borrowing capacity is going to be heavily affected, obviously. To get to this part, you need your money. If you're putting all your money every month into this, your own OC, this is going to be a forever pipe dream. And that's where a lot of Australians have been trapped recently. So the younger audience, us, we need to start thinking of this so we can retire earlier and live our normal life. Because let's get real. I don't want to give up events, holidays, like going out. I don't want to give that up.
Yeah.
A lot of people had to start giving it up to pay their own mortgage. That's mortgage prison. Like you're putting yourself in actual prison because you're forced to live a lifestyle that you don't want. Hence the reason this part here allows you to buy properties all around Australia, tax incentives as well, makes your life so much easier, make passive income. And on the other side, you can rent wherever you want in the world. Australia, say. If you want to live around the world, you can. In Australia, you can rent anywhere you want. You can rent near the water. You can rent in a city that you want to live in or next to your parents. You don't need to worry about these properties. They're growing in value. As long as you have the right information of what you're buying, you'll do pretty well. Make sense?
Yes, definitely. What would you say about pre-approval for a mortgage? Is it important to get pre-approved for a mortgage before I start house hunting?
So if you don't have your pre-approval ready, you are simply just driving nowhere. You're just driving in a straight line, not going anywhere. So if you have your budget and your finances ready, then you kind of know where you're kind of navigating to, correct?
Yeah.
Easiest way to look into it. As simple as that.
How much do you need to save up to get a property?
As little as 30K. If you have 30K and you're ready,
Mhm.
you can definitely buy a property. We had a client that had 30K, bought a property in Melbourne, grew value by $100,000 in 12 months. So their 30K turned into 100K equity. They pulled it out and used it for a second property.
Mhm.
You can definitely do so. You can start with as little as $30,000.
How would you go about saving that money? Like, would you want to first think about investing to then buy a house, or just like work to save?
Growing up, my family always told me I work 2 jobs. So I work 7 days a week almost. The first 4 or 5 years of my working life.
Yeah.
I saved all that money to buy my own occupier property. I bought my first property at 22, 21, so I was young. If I just understood that I had enough, because I saved about 120 grand. On the other side, that I just used that money or half that to buy 1 or 2 investments, I'd have been in a much different position. So even as a professional myself, I still look back and say, look, it wasn't something that I regret. It was a learning curve, 100%. I wouldn't be having this conversation. But if I bought 2 investments instead of my one owner occupier, I would have been in a much better financial position. And I would have had 2 kind of properties give me more passive income, correct?
Yes. Would you think apartments are better or houses?
I'm a house guy, but I think apartments are becoming affordable options again based on where the market's heading. So what I mean by that, if I was to buy a property in, say, Rouse Hill, you know the area, don't you?
Yeah.
A 4-bedroom home or 3-bedroom home will cost you 1.2, 1.3 mil, correct? A 2-bedroom apartment in that same area might cost you 7 to 750. So unless you feel like you need that, the apartment's there for you. It's an affordable option to get into the market. So a lot of people have made the mistakes where they feel like they just bought the home because they had to buy the home. The home will come, I promise you. Like, I haven't bought my own home yet. Hopefully in the next 2 or 3 years, I'll get there. But you can start with the apartment in Sydney. I love Sydney apartments because the rentals in high demand and there's just not enough homes in Sydney. So if you start with the apartment first, you can definitely buy a home. What's a better dwelling type? House is always going to be superior than an apartment, no matter what anyone tells you.
Yeah.
But your starting point, if your starting point is apartment, it's not a bad starting point. It's better than having nothing, correct?
Yeah. So you recommend to buy investment properties before
Always.
Okay.
If you bought an investment today, let's say Rouse Hill, okay? You bought a 2-bedder for about 750. You have the next 2 or 3 years of while you're working and saving, you got tax incentives, so you might get a nice tax refund every financial year because of depreciation. We don't even know what that is. Second thing is you have a tenant paying you income and your loan is reducing. You're paying principal and interest and you get equity on top of that as well. So it's kind of a perfect storm to be in. We just don't know about it. We just keep pretending that we don't want to get there. We want to keep on saving for the perfect house. Guess what? If you're going to keep waiting and saving, the property market is always going to keep increasing. And it's going to be harder to get into that.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds actually good. There are a lot of benefits when getting an investment property. With the investment properties, do you think one should be enough?
Let me just tell you one thing. If you can buy 2 properties before you turn 55, you're in a good position. And you got your 10 years left to kind of get there. Earlier you do it, even better.
Actually,
The young audience kind of just get into the property as soon as you can. Like right now, you're listening to this, as soon as we're finished, look at the property market. I'm not saying sign up to us, but just start looking, put yourself in the opportunity to get there. There's a quote I like saying. People keep saying that people are lucky in the property market. You're lucky. These people gave themselves an opportunity to be lucky. So they put themselves in the property market to make equity. So they're not lucky. They had to work hard to put themselves in that, obviously, situation to be lucky. So luck doesn't exist. You put yourself in an opportunity to be lucky.
So what strategies do you have to get an own property?
I got 4 properties. I want to buy another one probably next 2 or 3 months. I'll have enough money now or capital to maybe sell 2 or 3 of them or use the equity and have a big deposit in a nice home in Sydney somewhere. Will I do that? I don't know, but the strategy is there, ready.
yeah.
I feel like I'll keep buying investments, keep renting where I want to rent. I feel like it's a better opportunity altogether.
Yeah.
It's just, what do I prefer? Do I want to have something in Sydney that I can say that it's mine, I live there? Or do I want to keep renting? To be honest, just talking about this, I'll probably keep renting. Because it allows me to live near the water, somewhere near work. I like that style. You can start with 30K. You can get into the property market. If you have the right people behind you or you got the right info.
If I want to get a home, I'm just always wondering if I should get a newly built home or an old property.
If you're renting a property, would you rather rent an old property or a new property?
I would say a new one.
If you were to buy a property for investment purposes, the whole key is to rent it out, correct?
Yeah.
They'll go for a new property. Plus, a new property got more tax benefits. Listening to this might say, old properties are bigger, they got more land value. I'm like, unless you're going to subdevelop on it or build townhouses, what's the actual point? It's too
Yeah.
expensive to build a property these days. So
True.
fantastic. Go look at the land value, go look at how much it costs to build a property, and then come back to me, see if it's affordable. Every single person comes back and they're like, I didn't know it cost that much to build properties.
Yeah.
Your townhouse or duplexes. You could have bought 3-4 properties in that same time that you're putting all your energy, effort, money in that one property to develop.
Yeah.
Now, there's obviously certain benefits of developing, and I'm a big fan of obviously land banking and stuff. But if you're not doing it correctly, like you need to have assets behind you protecting you, then you can kind of look into that, maybe 3 or 4 properties in. But right now, just new properties are the way to go. They're easy to manage, easy to rent out, better rental, better tax depreciation. What that means, every financial year, you can claim money back off your tax bill. So you can get a nice tax refund every single financial year.
So which means I should get a new property.
If it's your first investment,
Yeah.
and that's the way to go, 100%.
Okay.
If you're buying interstate, good luck trying to manage a property that's a bit older, electrical problems, plumbing problems, tiles,
Yeah.
landscaping, like if it's new, it's got warranty, it's stress-free. We make the mistake. We need to make sure that our minds are clear so we can keep working and not worrying about everything behind us. Make your mind clear so you can work, spend time with your family, do what you're happy with.
If you want to summarize, like what's important to get the first investment property, what should we consider?
Your foundation property is the most important. But one thing I'll kind of end that recap on, there's something that came out recently by Nike. You know how their logo is Just Do It? They changed it recently, our September campaign to Why Do It?
Oh, okay.
And I like that. I feel like they're forced to buy property or it's out of reach. Just buy property, go do it. It's impossible, yeah? We don't know where to start.
Of course.
Change your mindset to why do it. Why do you buy property? You buy property so in 5 or 6 years' time, whatever you want to do, travel the world or business, you can do so. You want to do it for financial security. Why do it? So you have financial security so you can have that kind of backing to fall back on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing it for my kids and my family. It's too expensive for my kids to have a kind of a stepping stone so they're not killing themselves in Australia because it's getting more expensive and expensive. So think about why do it, start from that, and I guarantee you'll make your decision so much easier. Not just, it's super hard, I want to do it because of 1, 2, and 3, and then you'll get there. Save 30K,
Okay.
speak to one of us at this office straight away,
Okay.
and then you'll see where the magic happens. We'll start planning correctly so you know what to do next. And if you haven't saved that yet, we'll show you how to save to get there.
Okay.
And before you know it, you'll be in the property market in less than 6 months. I can guarantee that.
What are the steps of getting a new home?
It's just for you when you're ready. There's a lot of steps that we do. We control it for you.
Okay.
You just have to be mentally ready,
Okay.
and the rest will work itself out.
Perfect. That sounds good.
Yeah, I feel more confident now.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Same. Thank you for
Thanks, girls.
Yeah.
Hopefully this helps.
meeting today.
It's
Okay.
good.
Let's see how it turns out.